We are live and alive. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family of light, beautiful brothers and sisters, wherever you're at. It's Era Light here at a very, very special timing. And today we are um, in the space, in the sacred space with a very beautiful guest. And in Oneness, as you guys know, it's the space where we come and share our magnificent human experience. And as we remember who we are, we tap in the Akash, we tap into the quantum, we tap into all the lineages from our star system, from our star family. We tap into the essence, we tap into the source. And in this remembrance, we become the Akash, we become the remembrance, and we become this light. It is so incredible to be here today. I know it's a Thursday, and usually our episodes runs on a Wednesday, but the great thing is, just being your own boss, you are so flexible to go with the flow. And this is a great thing of being in the light and in the love and in the flow, to just accommodate yourself and all the beautiful beings who are here with you. Today in the house, we have a very special guest all the way from Hawaii, on the big island of Hawaii. Christopher from the New Earth Masters will join me in a bit in our sacred space and sharing about his magnificent awakening and the great gifts he is sharing with the humanity about the New Earth Masters, the incredible courses on Starseed Abundance. And I'm so looking forward to tap into all that juiciness, into all that mastery, into all that love that Christopher has to share. We are so looking forward. And before I bring him in, there are a couple of things I want to do, technical things, but it's going to be an incredible session, incredible episode with all the love and light. And the only thing what was coming to me as I was preparing for the session and realizing that it's on a different day, on a different timing, he's in Hawaii, I'm in the Himalayas, and how we have bypassed time and space, and we are just in that quantum field as one big light, one big love. And that's what in Oneness is about, to realize we are in the heart of the universe, and this heart of the universe knows no separation, no time, no space, no gender, no even geographical place. Actually, it's grateful to all the technical parts and to all the internet, but it's also part of our huge and also magnificent quantum jump into the new age. It's so incredible to be here with you guys. And today we have something extra. We're going to go live on Instagram as well with Christopher. Before I do that, I'm going to share with you the promo video so you can tune in with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are also live on YouTube, Era Light channel. And we are live on Narika Healing by Era Light channel as well. This beautiful poem was channeled for the in Oneness, for the energy of in Oneness, and there we go. I hope you enjoy it. And you dawn upon me, upon you. And you dawn upon me, upon you. Our beloved Gaia, our Mother Earth is ascending, and so are we. Brother Sun, Sister Moon, hold my hand, and together we leap. Our multidimensionality we realize, and we rejoice. We are sovereign whole again, and you dawn upon me, upon you. In Oneness, you and I we gather. Brother Sun, Sister Moon, in the circle of light, meet with me to remember ourselves, one heart, one family, one light, one humanity, one earth. In oneness, we remember, I am all is I. In oneness, the God in me honor the God in you. In oneness, we expand beyond the multiverse. Our star cells we meet, and we remember the origin, the light, the source. In oneness, once more, with ourselves and the bridge we crossed. In oneness, we become the remembrance, we become the Akash. We just be in oneness. In oneness. In oneness. Neye rehete werete en neye re neye neyehete ewer newete neyewete. Nehewete, Nehewete, and we are live on all platforms of Nerika Healing. And Nerika is the heart portal, the higher mind, the higher consciousness within. Christopher, welcome, welcome, welcome. I sent you the request on Instagram. Join when you're ready, Brother of Light. Join when you are ready. We are welcoming you into the space and into our hearts. That's what in oneness is for. Okay, unable to join. Let me just send again. Okay. I sent another request to the New Earth Masters platform. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful to have you here with us, Christopher. We are live in all platforms, sending all that love and energy in all directions, from the Himalaya all the way across the oceans to the Hawaii, and to all the love and light across Mother Earth as we come together in oneness. Unmute yourself kindly here on the Zoom. Yes. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. Super excited for this beautiful, beautiful time with you and time with all the incredible souls joining. I do apologize. I'm just trying to mute myself on the Instagram. Let's see if I can do this.
We're all learning all kind of technologies these days.
Yeah. Can you hear the video in the audio when I speak?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you on platforms.
Okay. Apologize about the delay. This is my first time doing a Instagram live like this.
Same here. We always do the Zoom and later on, but we are experimenting in life, so may as well experiment with this.
Yes.
That's perfectly fine. I can hear you, and it's a little bit in the background, but it's also perfectly fine. We're good. We're live, and we are buzzing with this beautiful abundance energy of yours and of the New Earth Masters. Thank you for being here and heeding the call, and I'm so blessed with just sharing space with you today. I would love you
thanks for
to us a little bit about Christopher, and I love that line on your website. My awakening is galactic, and I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, so my awakening came in many steps. about 5 years ago, I started to see a lot of the illusions behind the 3D constructs, you know, the governments, the political systems. My eyes really started to open to that. And as that started to awaken within me, I started going into shifting into the galactic side. Started with, you know, watching videos about Pleiadians, Arcturians, and that's when everything really started to expand for me very quickly. And this last year and a half, I went through very, very powerful initiation when it comes to learning the quantum space and the quantum field at a much greater degree.
I will be here. I will give you the full screen. Just share with us all the beautiful galactic awakening. I am here in 10 seconds.
Okay. So for me, that's how it started. It was in phases, and then the galactic side really started to open up. I started having experience with Yeshua, dragons. Dragons came in very strongly for me, and it just continued to build. You know, more of these light beings, these frequencies were coming into my space and activating me at a very, very deep level. So I'm very grateful to be where I am today and understanding the quantum space at a much different degree.
So it basically starts with some readiness within, or we declare that readiness, or it just like out of the sudden happened, because everybody's experience with this awakening, it happens differently.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone. Sorry, go ahead.
Everybody's experience is different, and I would love to hear about yours. How did it happen? Suddenly, did you have the nudges? Have you been working on your you just said that you've realized that the whole system is a big illusion, and the whole 3D matrix is just an illusion, and then you start from there. But were you on your some kind of a practice, or everything happened all of a sudden with you?
It was very rapid for me. I would say it was all of a sudden. I don't have like a particular moment where, you know, the light bulb went off, but it was a very rapid understanding. It's like a download, an understanding of reality and how it's constructed and how humanity has been working in this matrix for such a long time. And I started understanding, you know, so many areas where limitation is involved, and I had to understand how to break free from that, how to dissolve that within myself and my consciousness to really start to embody that galactic self, the higher self, you know, allowing more light to come in, because the matrix grid is you know, we're talking about Starseed Abundance here, and it keeps a lot of people in a sort of a low frequency band, and it's time for people to break out of this and truly embody their source self, and part of that's embodying their abundance.
Yeah, it's actually such a beautiful awakening to a lot of the humanity, and it is happening somehow rapidly. You said something that the matrix in a way was keeping the people in a bubble of low frequency energies, so that they don't realize their worth as beings.
Correct.
What were those limitations that were in your way? Because you are as individual, also as collective. So if we bring forth those limitations and how you worked through them, it also will help a lot of us to start really realizing that we're not in this journey alone, and our limitations are collective as well, and we can work on them the same way Christopher worked on his limitations.
Yeah, the limitations, It started with worth and worthiness. That's a big one that many people have to really start to embody and anchor within themselves, because in order for us to embody all of ourselves, we have to know that we're worthy. You know, we have to know that we deserve grandness, greatness in all areas of life. We deserve to live in joy, happiness, you know, peace, harmony, to embody the Christ frequencies and other frequencies. There's many high vibrational frequencies, but the Christ is one that humanity has a lot of history with.
I noticed you dropped out of Instagram for some reasons, maybe the connection. I'll send you the request once more. So it's self-worth. It's going to start with realizing that I deserve, and start kind of in a way, after this realization, I will need to start demanding from myself and from the universe, because I deserve so that I can receive. And actually it's not it's a common limitation with every single one of us who are awakening to that greatness within, and then you always find yourself short, because those programming of scarcity, lack, you know, you have to work so hard and you know, churn and suffer to get what you know, to get by. But life is not about getting by, it's getting it all, because we deserve it all. We deserve it from we deserve this abundance in all aspects of our life. And also for a lot of the star seeds and a lot of the awakened being now, the financial abundance is a big hurdle, because we cannot comprehend the money as a good energy. We still have a lot of the that limitation and that fear of embracing money and accepting it and allow ourselves to receive it. So I want you to tap more into abundance. And yeah, I'm gonna get you back on the Instagram. Something or the other is not yeah. I send the request once more.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're in.
Thank
Just
you.
for the right time to tap into Starseed Abundance.
Yes. Let me just see. It's not muting on my phone at all. You know what? Let's just go with the Zoom call here, because the Instagram.
Okay, we can share it on Instagram later. I can share the links with you guys, and you can download it and share it from your side. That's perfectly fine. Instagram friends, you can join us on Erica Healing by Erolite page if you are so interested in learning more about Starseed Abundance. We will see you soon. Yeah. Wonderful. We're back in here, and back to Starseed Abundance with Christopher.
Yes. So everything that you were saying is very on point. There is a lot of people in the spiritual community are financially not very abundant, because there's a lot of beliefs about money in the spiritual community, about it being you know, evil, or it's not good to have all of this abundance financially. A lot of people sort of view going back to a simpler way of living. And the thing is right now on the planet, the first thing we need to understand is that we're worthy of abundance, and it doesn't make us a good person or a bad person. Money is just a frequency. It's how we use it that will dictate the outcome of, you know, how much you acquire. So for star seeds, the biggest thing is what we discussed in the beginning, is going into worth and going into understanding why it's okay to be financially abundant. Now, star seeds come into sort of the trend is these very bright souls come into families that tend to be very dense. And the reason they're doing this is they're coming in, and the star seeds are, their intention is to heal the patterning, to heal the lineages, to really, you know, arise the light within. So they come in with all of this dense conditioning, and now it's time to let that go, dissolve it away, and really step into their full mastery self, which is infinitely abundant. Because star seeds now are needed more than ever. If we look at the world and the way everything is happening right now, we need people that have open hearts, that are in their light, that are in compassion, that are in love, that have the financial tools to make great change in the physical realm. You see what I'm saying? So if someone has a lot of financial abundance, they can use for many great things to help many people. And that is one thing that needs to happen. People need to understand that abundance is a tool, and it's a tool that can be used in very, very beautiful, harmonious ways.
That's exactly what has been happening. I have recently joined a very beautiful platform for digital business that allows the person to manifest their dreams and their life into the most abundant way. And it took me 5 months to get myself into that self-worth. I deserve that money that will come out of whatever business I'm going to do. I am conscious about it. I am channeling my highest self and my guides. And what made it so touching, that when my friend approached me about it, she said, money needs to be in our hands, the hands of the people who are working for the light, so we can make the change, so we can shift the system, so we can create better resources. Money is not that low frequency that it's known for. It depends what intention you put in and how you attract it and how you work with it and how you said we can do great things for humanity. And I want to tap into that point that you mentioned earlier, that star seeds are born into dense families and they come with so much conditioning. And once they break out of that conditioning and realize themselves, they don't only heal themselves as individuals, the healing happens at the lineage level as well. That's why it's not random that they have come in that particular family. As their awakening, it's gonna clear the karmic depth and the baggages, the lineage baggages as well. So thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the brightest lights on the planet have had some of the most traumatic childhood experiences. And the reason for that is because they have agreed to it. They come in, they have these experiences, and they heal themselves, and they choose to embody themselves. And as they do that, they're healing the lineage. They're putting a lot of these limitations and these things that have been carried down from family to family to family is being released. So now the kids coming through them will have a completely different experience, you know?
Creating the new earth.
Exactly.
It starts
exactly.
with one awakened being in at these times, and it spirals for the next generations.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
how can we tap into the abundance through your own experience? And how did it happen for you? So how did you channel it? How did it come to one platform with you and New Earth Masters?
Yes, the first thing I would say that came forth for me in my experience was dissolving these belief systems. Growing up, rich people were viewed as evil, deceptive, they're destroying the world. So I had a lot of those belief systems in my consciousness. And when I started to realize it, and when I started to shift them, then the abundance started opening in my life in all areas, not just financial either. The abundance isn't just always financial. It's in all areas of life. And also, one of the biggest keys is understanding what your meaning of money is. A lot of people have a lot of low vibrational thinking and belief systems connected to money. And that is partly because that is also what the human collective believes as a whole. So I wouldn't say that I channeled in abundance. I would say that as I did the inner work and I brought up these belief systems and started to dissolve them, the abundance just naturally flows in because it's our natural state as source. There's abundance everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Exactly.
And it's always available for everyone.
It is always available. It has always been available. It's just the mind was limiting ourselves from seeing it and comprehending it as it is been there. It has always been there. It just changed in that perspective and changed in that mindset that I deserve it all. And I always add the all in all my sentences because I want that abundance, that clarity, whatever it is that I am seeking, I want it in all layers and dimension of my being and existence and life. So we have to also kind of be very clear in what we want, and it will come to us. We don't have to chase it. That's what I keep reminding everybody, and myself included. We don't have to chase what we deserve because it is our birthright.
Correct. And another thing, as we're speaking, another very important part of becoming your most abundant self is not having attachment to it, because some people, money makes them feel good. Money makes them feel like they mean something. There are persona attachments to money, and to really step in your abundance and to step into your freedom, you recognize that money is a frequency that you use in this realm, this 3D realm, in order to create life with. It's one of the tools. We live in a reality where money is still used. So understanding how abundant you are naturally, it's your natural state, and also not having attachment to money. That's also very key, because attachments can quantumly block. Because if someone has a belief system like, I will mean something when I have this, or I'll mean something when I have this amount of money, until they understand that they're worthy of that money, and it doesn't make them a better or worse person, the money will flow in much easier.
Exactly. You have to live in that abundance as energy, and everything you want will start falling in place. You tap into that frequency. You take actions accordingly, aligned to that frequency, to your desires, changing that perspective and mindset. It's going to open up all the doors of heaven for you.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, what you guys teach in the course on Starseed Abundance.
Yeah, we have many powerful courses that are actually directed to people, and we encourage people that want to go within and really alter their reality at a very, very deep level, at a quantum level, because behind the scenes, behind the physical body is energy, it's harmonics. That's where everything comes from. It's manifested in this moment from this space. So when we do this work from that space, the quantum field, things will shift instantly. And so we have many courses for many particular outcomes that people are looking for. And we're talking about Starseed Abundance here. Is we have a very powerful course called Royal Spirit, and it's all about abundance. It's about going into our lineages. It's about going into the belief systems around money. It's going into ourselves and activating that worth.
So it has to happen at the cellular level also.
Correct.
Not only in the mind, because it starts in the mind, and the ripples of that change, it will start taking shape within the cellular construction of the body, within the blueprint of the body, within the energy field. And it is, guys, it is something beyond comprehension when you live in that abundance and you experience it, and it becomes you. So could you share a little bit more about, please, about the courses? And I'm trying to get the website so I can share it in the Facebook in the now. So maybe you can give us an idea about the courses and that you are offering.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. We have many courses that, like I was saying earlier, target different things in people's awakening. So we have courses from beginning level to very advanced and everything in between. So we have courses like the initiation that takes you into your inner child. It takes you into the parent wounds, the mother wound, the father wound. It takes you into the masculine, the feminine. And the initiation is all about really going on a deep, deep healing journey within yourself. So it's almost like a rebirth. You're going in, you're dissolving all this limitation, you're healing these parts of you, you're bringing yourself back, and your whole life will change as you embody more of yourself. Now, we also have Christ consciousness, and Christ consciousness is a very powerful course that activates the Christ frequency within the person. And that course will go into many activations, as you spoke before about the cellular. One of the big things in the Christ consciousness is we go into the DNA. You know, this is where a lot of the programs, this is where a lot of the belief systems lie, especially in in our family lineages. So we go deep into our DNA and we dissolve away these limitations. And all of the courses are packed full of meditations that people can do, as many times as they want. And it's very, very deep healing. Now, Starseed is all about awakening the galactic aspects of ourselves. It's about connecting to our Arcturians, our Andromedans, whatever galactic, species or race that someone is connected to.
Yeah, because this is
Yes.
also our lineage. It is our lineage.
Yes.
The galactic families of light, they are our lineage, as they were the first to encode their beingness, their light, and their knowledge into our DNA. And those dormant DNA within us that they consider them as junk DNA, they are the codes of awakening. And the more we tap into our own self and realize that we are galactic, the more we give light to those DNA, dormant DNA, to awaken within us and bring deeper realization and deeper healing at the individual level, to our, lineages, and to the humanity in general. It's actually,
Yes.
it's happening, it's spiraling at all levels and dimensions. It's not only one person involved here. It is in oneness. It brings us back into that alignment within ourselves, with each other, with our families, with our humanity, with the earth, with the whole galactic lineage of us. It is so magnificent how it is happening.
Yes. Yes. It's incredible. It's truly the journey as it continues for everyone. It's so exciting, and things happen, as you're on your journey and you're healing yourself and activations are happening. It's like reality becomes so blissful, so joyful, everything really opens up. And what you're talking about as well with the DNA is in Starseed, we're also activating our multidimensional selves. So we are in this moment in this human body, but we have many, many versions of us playing around in the quantum space as other beings, and the more we connect to that multidimensional aspect of ourselves, the more access we have to these parts of ourselves that are very powerful, that have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. And that's our natural state. We're all multidimensional.
Tapping into that multidimensionality brings ease into this human experience, make it so so enjoyable and so um, abundant in all aspects of it. Do you have any specific meditation that you share, or if you would like to share about how we can tap into these aspects of ourselves? Would you recommend some kind of a visualization meditation? Do you have some guided meditation, music, donation? How does it work for you? Because I know everybody's got their own practices nowadays, and it works for all.
Yes, yes. Well, the meditations that we have in these courses are very, very powerful, and they're all directed. They all have an intention. So we will be posting very shortly. We're very excited about it'll be on newearthmasters.com. It'll actually be a golden DNA activation, and that will be free. So people can go and listen to that and really start to activate their DNA strands and really activate those codes that you're speaking of that are lying dormant within us. So
that's wonderful. We're looking forward.
Yes, that will be up shortly. And when it comes to practices to activate and open up the galactic side, we do need to go in and heal the parts of us that, when we talk about the worthiness, we talk about these belief systems. The more we heal and dissolve these within ourselves, the more the galactic and the quantum will open. So it goes hand in hand. So the more inner work you do, the more expansive your galactic experiences will be. You'll start seeing many, many different beings all at once. They may be with you all day. Stuff will start to awaken and activate. So I'd say a practice would be going into meditation, dropping into your heart space, and setting the intention to activate your galactic DNA. Setting the intention to activate these codes that are already within you, and go on, go into your own journey. Because when you drop in your heart and you surrender to the source within you, that's when magic happens.
Meditation is the key.
Yes. And as you do it more, you can call in your personal galactic team, your high vibrational beings that have been by your side this whole time. They've always been in the space. You just, at the time, people aren't aware of it. So you can start connecting with them, start getting used to these frequencies. All these beautiful races and species, our galactic families, they all have different energies. They all have different characteristics. So the more you connect with these parts of yourself, the more open it'll become.
That's exactly. They have always been there. It's just we had this veil not only on our eyes and our inner eye. It had a veil was in the heart. Yes. We were in separation from ourselves, and separation. We thought the separation is only among us, between us and another human, or us and nature, or us or another animal. But the deep separation, at the deeper level of separation, it is the separation from our own dimensional selves. And this is one of the biggest limitations for humanity. And as we're awakening more and more now, this separation is resolving. And as you said, tap into your heart, as it is the way, and it is the lead, and it is the portal to that connection. So lifting the veil from the heart, it is our utmost responsibility now.
Yes, absolutely. And another big thing that will really help a lot of people, and this is one of the reasons why we were so excited to make these courses, is as we started understanding the quantum space for what it really is, many people have blocks to their quantum selves, their galactic selves. So that's another reason for these courses, is to open that up, to activate that within people. Because the way the system is constructed, and it has been for a very long time, is it keeps people small. It keeps their light small. It keeps people contained. And as we're doing this work, we're dissolving this containment, and everything will start to open up in a multidimensional way. So that's another powerful asset to these courses. It starts to really connect people to the true grids, the true source grids, Gaia grids, because there are many different variants, there are many levels.
Of course. And it's always tapping into that heart space, into that unconditional love within, that it's going to lead you into, dissolving all these boundaries and take you to this deepest realization. So you become the abundance. You become this abundance in every aspect of life. What's coming to me right now is the energy that we are upon. This December is not going to be just the end of a year that was so tough on a lot of people and a lot awakening to a lot of people, but also this last month with the opening of the portal of 1212 and the great a quantum leap into the age of Aquarius on the 21st 12th. What's your take on this energy, and how do you feel into that's a huge leap that we are upon?
Well, there's definitely a huge leap going on. That's for sure. The whole planet right now is activating in many different ways. A lot of people are waking up very quickly, and their eyes are starting to open up to really what's going on, and they're starting to question. You see that around the world, a lot of people are standing up for themselves, and not just allowing the governments and these systems to sort of order around and boss them around anymore. So the portal is not only assisting many light workers and starseeds, but it's happening on a massive collective level as well. I would say that this energy is going to continue for quite some time, because humanity is opening up, activating on all levels, on our mental bodies, emotional bodies, physical bodies, spiritual bodies. Everything's upgrading. And the reason it's upgrading is because Gaia's frequency is increasing. And as Gaia's frequency increases, the beings on Gaia also have to increase. So the best thing to do during this time is to really follow your heart and be aware of yourself. If things are coming up that need to be shifted, then now's the time to shift them, because this will allow for easy embodiment and easy access for this light to come in and be embodied by many.
How to raise our frequency? Because a lot of the people who ask me this question, they are either stepping into their journey, they've been curious, and they hear the word frequency and vibration a lot, just how can we assist, especially the souls who are just awakening and going through that shift? And of course, it's not easy when the whole system is crumbling for them. Yes. Within themselves. How can we assure them that it's all going to be all right and all it's going to be beautiful, and just keep your vibration high?
Yeah, I mean, the journey is different for everyone, for sure. And I know that a lot of people are going through some very interesting times. Their realities are really being shaken to the core. So for a lot of people, they're probably in that state of what's going on? Why is this happening? This is uncomfortable. A lot of this stuff is arising within people. And when it comes to raising your frequency, just on a physical level, the biggest thing that humans need to do right now is really be aware of how they're spending their energy when it comes to the food they're ingesting, to if they're watching, Netflix, YouTube, if they're watching a lot of technology for long periods of time. And one of the biggest things right now for many people is really being aware of the mental energy, the mental flow, because everyone right now, most people are going through a lot of change. And what can happen is the pain can bring people out of their hearts into their head. And when they're in their head, they're thinking a lot, they're pondering a lot, you know, their energy is being used on all of these thought forms, and their energies are going into all these different places because they're constantly thinking. So a big part of increasing your frequency is remembering to drop down into your heart, feel what you have to feel. Feeling can be very uncomfortable for many people, but as a collective, we have to be able to drop within our hearts and feel what's coming up, what's surfacing. And
Honor those feelings, and honor those feelings is very important. Honor those emotions, honor those feelings, allow them to be processed with compassion towards oneself. Because as you said, once we go through that churning, we just want to run away. We just go into distracting ourselves, like total distraction, whether with the food or the media. Um, so tap into your heart, because that creative heart is gonna ease the pain.
yes, and another important tip and tool is to allow people to understand that they are source. They are creating everything in their reality, everything. And source doesn't make mistakes. So if someone's in a a dark place, or if someone's going through a dark night of soul, doing their very best to stay strong, stay centered, stay in their heart, and know that whatever this is coming up, it's coming up to be shifted. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it can be hard to see for many, but surrendering to their self and surrendering to the source within them, in their hearts, knowing within themselves that they are being directed the right way. You know, these are coming up for experience, and experiences may not always be comfortable for many. Some experiences are
Mm.
can be very traumatic, but we need to understand that these experiences are coming up for a reason, and there's a lesson in everything. So look at the lesson, look at what you're learning from it, and embody it, and continue to move forward. And the light on the tunnel will get closer and closer and closer, you know. But the whole collective right now is going through a massive clearing.
Exactly, it is happening collectively, and shifting a lot of the suffering. That's what it is. It's wiping out those mountains of karma, because we are shifting into a new age, and it is happening so painfully now, so that we realize our own self for the great leap, for that great shift that's about to happen to humanity. So the more we work, we do this inner work, this energy, this inner understanding with compassion, the more we shift those baggages of karma that we've carried throughout lifetimes. And we need to just clear those timelines for ourselves, and not only for ourselves, for all our lineages, and for the collective. Tapping in the heart is not that difficult. We also had been separated from our emotions, from our feelings. Just the trusting, and the trust, with the word that was coming with trust now as you were speaking, it's trusting that the people who are coming in your life, whether physically or through the social media or through a book even, they are meant to come in your life at this exact time. So trust those beings who are coming, because in this painful awakening, we are losing also people from around us, because they're not matching our energy anymore. So allow also that loss to be transmuted. So without the attachment to our experiences or the people in our experiences, just tap into the emotion and trust the people who are newly coming in your life. As they say, your light attracts your tribe. The people who are needed for you to lift you up, they're going to come your way.
Beautifully put. Absolutely. Yeah, people are going to be, people are experiencing that already in a very big scale, because everyone that's on the path, everyone that's dedicated to their inner work, their inner healing, um, their realities are going to be shifting very quickly, and that includes people in their environment, that includes, old friends, even family members, in
Members, exactly.
yeah, and people need to really stay strong and stay within themselves, and stay in that deep love, and know that if someone is leaving because they no longer meet your vibration, there's always someone else that's there that does meet your vibration, that's coming in, you know
Exactly.
so sometimes the we have to experience, that loss. We need to experience what these people have come into our lives to teach us. Once we evolve, we shift, we change, if they go their own way, new people will come in, and it will continue to
And
build
this is
as you are on your path.
exactly, and this is the affirmation how we are clearing the karma. As the people are shifting from our life at ease and grace, with all the blessing, we're sending them away. This is a great affirmation realization that we have cleared that karma with those beings. Now we're ready to move forward. We're ready to move on as we are building new connections from a space of love, without attachment, without a sense of obligation, without that karmic debt. So it's
Absolutely.
happening very beautifully for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. We still have like 10 minutes to the end of our episode, and you feel free to share with us more on New Earth Masters. How did it come to be? And I've shared the link in the Facebook, and it is already shared in the post. So beautiful, Nerika family, beautiful family there. You can connect with Christopher at their website, at also Instagram and Facebook, and reach out. I always remind even myself and the people who come in my circle, reach out. We don't have to do it all alone. It's always there's
Yes.
something for me, whatever you are offering. There's something for X or Y or Z in whatever I'm offering. And those offerings are always in divine service, because as light workers, realizing that we are here on this mission to share and spread, we are offering from that divine space within us, and it is always in the highest good. So even with this massive awakening that's happening, there's massive offerings that's happening, and still the skeptical mind want to weigh out all the options, but it's always about the energy, it's always about the frequency. Just tap into your heart and feel into what that person is offering, and let your heart lead the way. And I am so looking forward actually to receive that meditation about activating the golden DNA. It's very interesting. I found it fascinating.
Yeah, it's very powerful, and we're very excited to bring it out. We thank you so much for sharing it. It's an online school, so we have so many different courses that are tapping into different niches of soul embodiment. That's when Nada and I created New Earth Masters. We had experienced so much. We have almost 17 years of spiritual experience between us. And we decided that there are so many people that are on the path that are now experiencing some of these. And we wanted to offer a solution, give something back to these people so that they themselves can, stay in their empowerment and continue to grow as the powerful souls they are. So, like I was saying a little bit before, we have, I believe now, 10 different courses, and there are more on the way. And they're targeting different areas of reality and experience. Now, we're talking about abundance here, Starseed Abundance. We have a very powerful course called Royal Spirit that's all about activating that abundance within you. And you know, we see the world as abundant. We see people as abundant. Everyone has infinite abundance. infinite. It's time for people to really activate this within themselves and live in their highest state, their highest potential. Everyone deserves a beautiful life, however they choose to live, whether it's luxurious, whether it's, you know, living in, living in a city, wherever, whatever people want to experience is their right. And allowing people the access to the abundance to achieve their goals, to achieve their dreams, is that's the first stepping stone. So
That's one.
yeah, and we actually have a very powerful webinar coming up on the 12th of December, and the webinar is all about abundance. So we're going to be coming on talking in more depth about abundance, answering some questions. So if abundance is something that the people watching are very interested in, you can go to New Earth Masters and join the free webinar on the 12th, and we will go even deeper into this topic.
That's a great offering. It's on the 12th and it is on their website and it is for free and it's all in divine service. So everybody, just take that leap. Take that leap. It's so wonderful to have you here, Christopher. And actually, we're looking forward also to have Nada from New Earth Masters on our next week episode of In Oneness. And so looking forward to learn more about the Christ consciousness from her and how the New Earth Masters is in the service of humanity. Such a great pleasure to have you and to have all the awakening happening for us now. It's for me, sometimes I just go into that state of total bliss from being so overwhelmed of the experiences, whether mine or what I'm experiencing through the collective and through the retreats that we're putting together and the people who are coming forth. It is so incredible. It is so incredible. I would like also to extend my invitation to the upcoming retreat that we're holding here on Erika Healing page. It's from the December 12th till the 21st. We're starting off with an opening ceremony. It's a collective, most of the contributors coming together for one session. Between the 13th and the 20th, we have 2 sessions a day. And on the 21st, it's also going to be a collective quantum leap into the new age, the age of Aquarius, as we are more and more awakening and anchoring all these frequencies. I will extend my invite to you and Nada as well. And if you find your self resonating and the time is convenient, we can discuss further the sessions. So we'd love to have you on board as well. Last word, I actually, because today is the early timing, we have only a couple of viewers. And if there are any questions here on Facebook, please leave in the comments so I can share with Christopher. Thank you for watching with us. Thank you for being here. And yeah, keep those hearts coming.
Absolutely.
And apologies.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm going to say apologies for the Instagram technical part. So, and hopefully we'll try to learn more about how to incorporate all these technical parts.
No worries at all. It was our first time, and we'll have it mastered by the second viewing. So the second with Nada will be up and running perfectly.
Wonderful, wonderful. I will share all the links with you as soon as today, and feel free to share from your platform. We are so blessed to have this awakening happening for us. As I keep saying, this line keeps coming. I'm just now finding myself with that same line because I'm feeling that expansion within, and I'm very blessed with your energy and your sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was such an honor and blessing to be here. I love, I'm so grateful that you're holding this space and allowing people to hear this, the knowledge and the wisdom coming through everybody that you interview and have on your show, and everything that you provide is it's very beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's the blessing of being here and being guided to do what I'm doing, and just heeding the call immediately and acting on it, because that's what the heart says. So you drop from the mind to the heart, and then here you go, abundance. Look at those smiles. Look at that light
Yes.
shining. Thank you very much, Nerika family. We will see you soon with a lot of great, with a lot of love and light. That's simple. Bye bye. Thank you.
Blessings, everyone.